She'd like to hear the ocean song again, snap mountain trails that touch the wind, cast her heart down long winding country road.
To explore the world of a sea otter from a distance. Everybody, we've got Morro Rock behind us. This is Cara O'Brien's first program with VirtualPhotoWalks, so can we all give her a big, hey, Cara.
Hey, Cara.
Thank you.
So Cara, how this works, and for those of us joining for your first time, perhaps with a virtual photo walk with California State Parks, is how this works is John Butterill, the founder of VirtualPhotoWalks, is going to kind of be helping us moderate this program. But we love questions, we love comments. That's what this is all about, is interaction, engagement. This is not just a program where we talk to you. We love to hear your questions. We want you to be here as much as possible by engaging, asking questions. If you see something and you want us to focus more attention on that, just let us know. This is your program. So John will kind of let us know if there are questions from the audience. He's moderating all of the different groups and making sure that we are giving everybody an opportunity to experience this. So do you guys want to look at our hats anymore in the rock, or would you like to see some sea otters?
Okay. Sea otters, I'll unmute everybody.
Okay, sea otters, I promise we won't be offended. We understand. Wait till you see why.
Oh, wow.
Literally, sea otters, see why. So we're going to turn this around. Don't mind, you're going to get a little close-up of the parking lot behind us. They switch the camera.
Oh my.
All right, guys. What do you think about that?
Look at the otters.
Look at the otters.
Wow.
I love otters.
So, Cara, if you don't mind, let's just give everybody a sense of place and explain what is going on here and where we are and why we're here.
Okay, we're in Morro Bay, California. We're about halfway between San Francisco and Los Angeles on the coast. We're in a beautiful protected bay that provides habitat for fabulous wildlife. We've seen otters this morning and diving seabirds catching fish, and we're excited to share this with you. We're also looking at waters that are protected as marine protected areas that serve as underwater parks. So they act as safe places for wildlife.
So please, Jenna, fill us up with more goodness, because I think just the visual of this really leaves your heart nice and warm. But what is going on here regarding the sea otter babies?
So these moms are getting some much needed rest with their pups. And again, they have their pups in headlock. They have one paw connected to that pup at all times. Whatever body part they can grab, it's often right around the head. These pups are of different ages. So the one on the far left is quite young. I think that's the one you're looking at, maybe just a few weeks old. See how golden and fluffy that pup is? That's the pup's natal coat, we call it. So their pup coat. And it's so dense, it's even denser than an adult otter's coat. And it's so dense that they're like little corks. They can't sink. So even if they try to dive, they just bob on the surface like a little cork. And it's very important for these moms to have uninterrupted rest because they work so hard. They have to forage for themselves. They have to give some of their prey to their pup, and they're also producing milk for the pup. So they put a lot of energy into pup rearing. And it's very, very important for them to have this uninterrupted resting time. So they are especially sensitive to disturbance by humans. So if we had people come down here on the docks, or kayaks come right inside here and get too close, these guys might dive and swim away, and then they will have wasted vital energy that's important for their survival and for their pup survival.
And we, again, so if any of you guys have questions, please just interrupt us and let us know what questions you have. But in the meantime, we're gonna just field kind of some common questions. A lot of people wanna know how long it takes for the pups to be weaned from their moms. So from the time they're born till the time they're on their own, what amount of time are we talking?
There's a range, but it averages out at about 6 months. So that that pup will have 100% of mom's attention for 6 months, and then she will become pregnant almost immediately after. So
Wow.
during the course of a year, adult female otters are always either pregnant or tending to a dependent pup. Food supply, and here in the bay, they might eat clams, crabs, worms. A lot of people don't know otters eat worms and snails and little things like that. And they might go outside of the bay and feed on urchins and abalone and other things that are a little bit further up the coast. But it's probably related to food supply and the fact that they have a sheltered spot here where they might feel protected when they have vulnerable pups.
That troublemaker's name is Mr. Cormorant, who disturbed the peace a little while ago by diving in from the dock and grabbing a fish, and it definitely caused a little ruckus, shall we say, right, Cara?
For sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about the cormorant?
The cormorant is a diving bird. It's different than the pigeons that are flying in front of you. It's a bird that's designed to be able to dive underwater, so their feathers get wet, so they really need to dry out. After a while of diving, they are so low in the water you can only see their neck sticking out, and the whole rest of their body is underwater. And they can't fly at that point, so they'll crawl out on the dock or a rock, and they're really, really exposed to any type of disturbance themselves at that point. So we need to give them plenty of space. So we're going to let that one just dry out and rest up until it needs to go and get more food.
While we're kind of what we're doing right now, everybody, is we are just observing to wait until we find some more action that we can tell you a little bit more about. But this is just pretty ridiculously cute. We're gonna get you back to this cute pair right here. Does that look like a hard life, you guys?
It's nap time.
It's nap time, but let's talk about how hard of a life it is. So yeah, you were saying the moms are working ridiculously hard. So this is a well-deserved rest. Is that right, Jenna?
Absolutely. So sea otters can have a pretty challenging life. As I mentioned earlier, they don't store fat well. So other marine mammals like seals and dolphins, they have a layer of blubber that not only provides insulation, but also is a way of storing fat as for energy if they need it and when they're in a pinch. And sea otters really don't do that very well most of the time. And so they're sort of meeting their daily bank account needs every day. They get one paycheck a day and they spend almost that entire paycheck by the end of the day. And so it's really important for them. Sometimes they have to spend as much as half of their day feeding to meet those energy requirements. And every bit of energy needs to be accounted for. So the things that they normally need to do as an otter, swim from resting places to foraging places, interact with other otters, groom their fur, the act of foraging itself, all of those things are very important for them. Everything that we can do to preserve those natural behaviors and not be causing them to waste energy, these general otters. But once we put tags on them and we're able to follow individuals for long term, we can learn so much more about their survival, what they eat, where they go, how many pups do they have. And so a lot of the information that we read, that we know about sea otters today, about how much time they need to spend foraging, what kind of food do they like to eat, how long do they live, how long does a pup stay with his mom, all of that we know from following tagged otters long term.
About so far, any specific questions for Cara or for Jenna from Sea Otter Savvy?
Okay, everybody's unmuted. Go for it. It's just great to have such a diversity in here today from Egypt, Israel, the UK, Canada, the US. I mean, it's great.
That's fantastic. So we just asked Israel if they have questions. How about Egypt? Egypt, do you have any questions about our sea otters here? Or?
No, I have no any questions, but they are cute animals.
Yes, they are but they are cute animals. But it's funny, they look cute, but they're not so cute if you are in the water with them. We'll talk about that a little bit more in just a second. Oh yeah, let's see if I can come over here. You guys, we're just having interpretive moment after interpretive moment, so don't mind us jumping around. You know what? I got it, Barrett. Thank you, though. Can you guys all see that great blue heron fishing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now that is a pretty majestic bird.
It's pretty like an episode of Disney Nature Walk here.
Yeah, it is an episode of Disney Nature Walk. Yep.
You want to show the cormorant?
Yeah. I don't know. Now we're on the heron. I'm like all about the heron. That heron's pretty awesome. Yes. Okay, so we did go, we asked Israel if they had questions. We asked Egypt. John, did you say we have Buffalo, New York on today?
Yep, they're all here.
Hey, New York, how are you guys doing? Oh, how do you like our sunshine, Buffalo, New York?
Yeah, great.
we have a good Buffalo and I are friends. They can take it.
Cormorant's got his wings.
It's over here. So they're asking you questions. Somebody's going to pick it up. Okay.
Yes, we are in California again. Hi, everybody. This is Erin with California State Parks. You're used to seeing me at Hearst Castle, but today I'm down by the sea otters.
Oh.
Yeah, hi. All right. So we're going to go ahead and just zoom in on this, and we're going to just be, you know, it's funny, these guys make some really cute noises, but you can see what they're doing. They're sleeping. So we are looking right at a mama and baby pup right in front of us. It's almost as if they know that they have an international audience right now.
Oh.
Do they ever eat birds?
Do they ever eat birds?
Mm.
Jenna? They don't, right? Do they ever? Yeah.
They sure do.
They, see, this is why I have experts with me, you guys.
It's not very common. There's a couple otters up in Moss Landing in particular that'll occasionally opportunistically grab a bird and eat it. We think it's a learned behavior. So it starts with one otter that figures it out, and then other otters see that otter do it, and they pick it up as well. But it's been more common in recent years than in the past. They're not very fast. They're not fast predators, so they have to be opportunistic or either go after slow prey.
Well, or do they stick always to the sea?
Do they forage on land at all, or do they stick to the water?
That's a great question. So we have observed some of our tagged otters actually coming out onto rocks. They might be eating mussels that are attached to intertidal rocks, and they'll come up onto the rock and gather those mussels, and often we'll take them back in the water to eat them. But in terms of terrestrial animals, they don't really feed on those.
Not birds' eggs and things?
Not birds' eggs and things?
Not to my knowledge. I don't believe it's been observed. They're
And
river otter cousins.
Yeah, and that's you know, again, it's one of those things that we were looking at a tagged otter earlier, and part of the purpose, oh, this is really beautifully cute behavior. This mom and baby are just kind of, they look like they're doing a little dance. You know, that we tag these otters as a way of learning about them and getting a better understanding of them. And perhaps by getting a better understanding of them, we will be able to better protect them by altering our human behaviors so as to not disturb their natural behaviors. I wish I could rest as peacefully as they look like they're resting.
They do look pretty comfortable.
Yeah, in about 52-degree water, ladies and gentlemen. It is not very comfortable in that water, I will tell you that.
And if they do a good job grooming their fur, that cold water will never touch their skin.
That's amazing. And, you know, we water people that like to be in the water are wearing 4-3 wetsuits to be able to just stay in that water for a half hour and not freeze, including booties for our feet and a hoodie for our head. All right, international and national virtual photo walks audience, we are going to have to probably sign off pretty quickly. You know, but this has been such an awesome opportunity, and we're going to start trying to really do a lot more of these broadcasts from beyond Hearst Castle, because you can tell that the San Luis Obispo Coast District has so much to offer, and we love having an opportunity to offer these programs to to you and give you a chance to experience kind of the beauty and the nature that we get to find on a daily basis right here on the Central Coast.
Well, I'd like to thank CamKix for providing the lens and Verizon for providing the phone. And
Yes, most
data,
definitely.
and Zoom for making this great platform, and for just donating some additional cloud storage space to VirtualPhotoWalks.
Yeah, we could not be doing this without the help of all of our partners. We are very, very grateful that we've had such wonderful donations, because we're out here live with a tripod and a camera and a zoom lens, and we're able to bring sea otters all the way to Israel and to Egypt and to the United Kingdom because of these donations. So thank you to all of the supporters of Virtual Photo Walks. All three of these guys in a row. 1, 2, 3. Do not think that they are lazy. These guys have been working very hard to stay warm. I dare you to go try laying out in that water for even 5 minutes. So it's just another playful day in Morro Bay. I'm gonna give you one more glimpse of these because we'd like to turn the camera around so you have a chance to, I can have a chance to say goodbye to you.
Bye.
You guys.
It was nice exploring with you.
All right, so here's to many more programs with subject matter experts and all of what San Luis Obispo Coast has to offer.
We would love to share more.
Nice
All right.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you for supporting Virtual Photo Walks. They do an amazing job. Thank you, John, for bringing these programmings for free to people that really need them. So thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.